Following the highly publicized sex scandal of the famous Singaporean director Jack Neo in March this year, there has been much debate about the privacy laws in Singapore. Media law student Tarika Agarwal says that the lack of an explicit right to privacy in the Singapore constitution affects what content is considered in the public interest.
In Singapore, there is no common law protection for the torts of privacy. It's just a fundamental respect for the individual's right. Therefore, for example, not all details of certain court proceedings would be publicized in the media, and they also have the similar thing when it comes to juvenile offenses, where identities of offenders are not allowed to be disclosed in the local dailies. Likewise, identities of victims in molest and rape cases are also not revealed, including those of the perpetrators, for the fear that the disclosure would lead to revelation of the victims' identities. Similarly, certain professional communications or records, such as that of a solicitor-client relationship, are mostly protected by disclosure unless public interest indicates that these must be released.
This blanket of legislative protection, however, does not seem to extend to celebrities, causing upcoming artists like rapper Taisuke Yamamoto to lash out at the ineffectiveness of the law to protect his privacy.
I think it doesn't really matter what somebody does in their private life. It's a different thing to do with the public, and even though their artwork is something in the public, what they do in their free time, that hasn't really got anything to do with it. So for me, as an artist, I want to be known for my work, my art, or my work as I do as a profession in the public sphere. But I don't think that knowing about who I date is relevant or qualifies as like public interest. Also, like if I break a law or commit a serious offense, the law will treat me like any other citizen. So I don't really understand why my private life cannot be protected from intrusion like any other citizen.
However, not all Singaporeans share similar sentiments, with many who say that publicity comes at the price of losing your right to privacy.
If you're famous, then you just have to deal with it. There is like a negative side effect with every profession. Like, I wouldn't take an acting job if I wanted to live a life of solitude. Like, I wouldn't be a trucker if I wanted to spend time with my family every night.
I think that making adjustments to the law for the sake of protecting celebrities and their private lives is unnecessary. Singapore does not have the biggest celebrity base as compared with other countries, which makes it even more pointless. In fact, I think that celebrities should know that when they become famous, they become so because the public has taken a liking to them. Whether it makes sense or not, they are the role models in the society because of the amount of TV we all watch. And if they do something which erodes their reputation, they should take responsibility for it rather than crying about their privacy.
Ultimately, this debate calls for government action to deliberate the imposition of privacy legislation so as to address the loopholes that presently exist. Reporting for Morning Edge, this is Marilyn Fernandez.